everybody, and welcome to the Burnettwork. Welcome to Positive Fandom. I am your host, Arton, and of course, we have with us Darth Plato. Darth Plato, how are you today?
I'm good. It's a wonderful day in California. Thank you for asking. And more importantly, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's a beautiful day in New York. I actually was wearing a warm jacket and not even my coat today. It's very unusual, bright, sunshiny weather. I put on my coat. I said, I can't wear this. It's way too warm. Looks like we've got a warm a bit of weather, and I mean in the 40s. So the 40s and 50s, that's pretty warm for right now, but I will take it. And guys, of course, we're here to do episode 6 watch party for Masters of the Air. We got John Cipolo here with us. Hey, John. And we also have Daniel Barry's sports highlights as yo. Well, hello, everybody. John Cipolo says it's a comfortable 70 degrees in Fort Myers. That sounds so nice. That sounds so nice to see that. You must really be loving that. So, guys, we're going to be starting at a minute 18. It's really the part where it says an Apple presentation or something like that. It's after the previous information from the previous episode.
After the recap, yeah.
After the recap, and it'll say an Apple TV production. It's at 1 minute and 18 seconds. Are you ready, Darth Plato?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do this.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Hey, and hello, the Force. What's up, everyone? What's up? Hope you are well.
All right, so let me know when you see the field.
Yes. Well, he's eating a cabbage or lettuce or something. And hello to California 2. Streams. Since episode 6 was better than 5 hands down. Good to see you. Hope you are well. And thanks for stopping by. And hello to Tom Jr. Jackson, our moderator, collaborator, and good friend. Tom Jr. Jackson, we are all goof people. Oh my gosh.
What do you see right now?
I'm seeing he held up a gun against this little kid and he's telling him to be quiet like that.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah, yeah, that's not going to end well.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's tough because you can't really do anything about it.
Now they're looking for him, poor guy.
You see him in the water.
Yeah, I do. I don't
Just
know how
making,
he's going to make it out of this. This is really terrifying.
yeah, just making sure we're at the right place. Yeah,
And the farmer is also in the water now.
yeah, yeah. And the guy has a shotgun too.
Yeah, it's awful.
I'd be interested to know if this is what really happened.
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable.
Oh, there he is.
Oh no. Oh no. And my absolute favorite intro of any show.
Yeah, I was just thinking, where's that second guy?
Mhm. I didn't realize that there was 2 of them, but he as soon as those kids started to say, he's yell out that he's American,
Yeah, Americana. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, no." And hello to some of you guys here in the chat. Yeah, Vicstar 5001. Hello, hope you are well. Also, hello to Major Chai Chai. Hey, welcome to the Burnettwork. Good to see you here. Also, Bonzo Kilborn. Hey, Bonzo, how are you? Hope all is well with you. And guys, keep in mind, I do have a new channel, Roman Empire Matters, as well, where we look at entertainment and everything and anything about or inspired by the Roman Empire.
Thanks for
Thanks
coming,
so much.
everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much, John.
Yeah, we missed you at the member chat, Tom.
Maybe he was, I don't know whether this stomach bug thing is something he has. Are you unwell, Tom? I'm sorry if that's the case. I could be wrong. And guys, don't forget, I also have my other channel, Positive Fandom. Guys, I'm not going to have a Sunday brunch today because I'm going to be on a train. So it will resume in March, just the following week. I just love the music in this show, Darth Plato.
It's a long intro.
Hmm.
Some of these scenes we haven't seen yet. If you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I've been looking for the Tuskegee Airmen, and I know from what I understand, another reviewer, a critic, said that they don't show up till episode 8, which is like the second to the last episode.
Yeah. All right. So for me, the credits just ended. I see part 6. What do you see?
Yeah, I see the same thing.
Okay, we're there.
I'm going to DC, Bonzo. I go there quite often
You're
for
going
work.
to the you're going to Detective Comics.
No, Washington, DC.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The other DC.
Yeah, that's hard to see their, kind of like their I guess you would call them their foot lockers, right? Those are foot
Yeah.
lockers.
Yeah, they have to pack up their stuff because they're not coming back. Or is this the train from episode 4? Oh no, it's not.
I almost wanted to say a train to nowhere, but that's not true. Tom, can you please put in your YouTube channel link in the chat, please? Thanks so much. And if you are unwell, I'm sorry that you're not feeling well.
Where are they?
Near Oxford, Cambridge or
Okay.
Oxford or
Okay. Yeah, the funny thing is, even people over there don't agree on how you pronounce it.
Oh, thank you so much, Bonzo. I appreciate the kind words. Oh, John, that's you're gonna enjoy that space Kennedy Space Center trip. Oh, wow. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. Oh, you are feeling fine. Tom, what did you want us to see in that article, that the link that you put in the chat? Was that something you wanted us to see? Thank you so much, Vicstar, Oxford University. Thank you so much. And guys, check out Tom Jr. Jackson's YouTube channel. Support the other creators in our community. Tom Jr. Jackson, a huge part of the Burnettwork family. Please do like and subscribe.
Yeah, I can tell it's Oxford by looking at it now.
Mm-hmm. I think they have an Ocean Parkway at this time, let's say in 1940s in the United States, they did have a bridle path where you could ride horses through Brooklyn. So it was there.
I was in San Francisco probably about 6 or 7 years ago. There were still cops on horses.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No worries, Tom. I was just curious whether we needed you wanted to tell us something. No worries. It's all good. Um, Yeah, Victor talks about Anthony Boyle, who plays Crosby, and his career. Isn't it great to see, uh, these actors continue in their careers and grow? It's wonderful. I never saw. I never saw The Cursed Child. I'd love to see that. Victor, you're very lucky to have seen that, but I haven't seen that. I'd love to see that play, that musical. I think it's a musical. Well, we saw Darth Plato earlier in this series, a soldier that lands in a place that's friendly to Americans, and now we have the opposite, where the soldier has landed in a place where they're not friendly to Americans. Very interesting to show both scenarios.
It is, yeah. They haven't continued with the other one though.
Oh my gosh, this is terrifying.
Well, they're probably going to a Luftwaffe base. Well, that's where POWs were sent. That was kind of a low blow.
Where are they?
What the hell is this? This is a civilian location.
I don't know what this is.
Are you kidding me? This is not gonna end well. Yeah,
This could be
this
one of
is
the towns that they just bombed after getting
yeah,
off the plane.
yeah.
Jeez.
This is stupid. Basically, it looks like some German got this idea that they could use them for a labor force,
Oh,
and the Germans are gonna figure out, the town people on there are gonna figure out that these are foreigners, and
oh,
they're
it's so
probably
obvious that they are. It's so obvious they are. Like, they stand out. The uniform is very different. I don't I don't understand.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
starting. Yeah, it's starting now.
So, someone's kind of saying that they have to walk around, I guess, because of part of a railway was destroyed.
That could be. Yeah, that's
Wow, they're getting attacked.
yeah. This was predictable.
But They are the ones who probably bombed this town, right?
It doesn't matter. That's not going to matter.
These people are angry.
Look. I've met my share of Germans. They don't have fond memories of the bombing. It makes them angry to this day.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
They're gonna get lynched.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm guessing he survived that. I wonder what the justification is for why he survived that.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't really show you from the perspective of the Germans. For a German civilian at the time, they were constantly in their basements. When you heard planes, you went in your basements.
Whew. Yeah. And thanks so much, Vixter. 5001 says, apparently this did happen, but not necessarily to Bucky. Major Shy Shy says, British did night bombings. Yeah. It's so scary. The idea that, I don't know if all of those guys who were with them just now are American or British, but, because they didn't say that, but, yeah, that's good to know, right? And hello to you. TS is greater than D, Star Wars and MCU. Good to see you. Oh, wh- oh my gosh, they were beaten so badly. Oh, oh,
Yeah, he's faking it.
oh my gosh, I hope you can escape.
Yeah, that would be an all-day job doing that.
Burying people in the woods is kind of like you don't want to know, you don't, it's because you're hiding that you're hiding the grave. Nobody gets buried in the woods. And John Cipolla says you should do a Memphis Belle watch after the series is over. Thanks so much for the suggestion.
I'm not sure where he thinks he's gonna go. Okay. Yeah,
Weird.
that's kind of silly snobbery there.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Well, considering London's a client state of Washington D.C., I wonder how they feel about that now.
I mean, they're supposed to be allies, right?
Yeah.
So what's the I get it.
Yeah. What I would have said is like, sure, give me a copy of your thesis. I'll give you a copy of represent no taxation without representation.
Since when do you have female and male roommates together in the same like, since when does that happen?
No,
That
I
doesn't
don't.
happen now, right? That's
I
not
don't. I don't believe that would happen now.
even
Uh, I see what the problem is. She didn't write out the whole name. It's, yeah, I don't believe that would happen. Say Gable.
And Major Chai Chai says the book thief kind of tells the German view of being bombed book more so than movie. Thank you.
Well, the British have their own stories about that from the Battle of the Blitz.
Mhm.
The London Blitz was pretty bad.
And Tom Jr. Jackson says, guys, please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button. We sure would appreciate it.
Yeah, I considered going to school there once, but I didn't pursue that. Yeah, that's not surprising. Interesting on there.
So some of the people who there are there for respite.
Yeah. Yeah, just get the work. You just have to work that out and around.
Oh, poor guy. Doesn't look like he made it very far.
I don't know. This is like the Black Forest or something. Still a long walk to
Mhm.
the Allied lines, but there's no Allied lines here.
He's still alive. Oh my gosh, don't shoot him. Please.
Yeah, those are gendarmes. Well, they're nice enough to give them a lift.
Oh, okay.
They're probably going to the Luftwaffe base. Oh, they're in Frankfurt.
Well, this is
Be
better
nice.
than being walked through a town of angry people.
Yeah, well, it might be if they said which Frankfurt. What I think there's more than one Frankfurt.
He looks like hell.
Yeah, it sure does. Under Eisenhower. Yeah,
What did they mean by under Eisenhower?
they're a little touchy about the fact that the British were subordinated to an American general.
Oh, I see. I have to
So
look at it from that point of view. Okay.
yeah, there was a lot of flack from that about that and the upper echelons of the military.
Hmm. And I can understand why. I didn't know that's what I have to keep in mind that the people that are talking are in the military. They do have a different perspective.
This is the second time they've used that line though, and this guy's being kind of an a-hole.
I didn't know there was so much animosity towards American soldiers while they were in Britain.
I don't know. I think this is being kind of forced.
I thought that they from every other depiction I've ever seen. I mean, these might be officers, right, Darth Plato, but
Oh, they're
every other
definitely
depiction
officers.
I've seen has been where they've been grateful that the United States is there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like that scene. That was unnecessary.
Hmm.
We already saw a scene like that in like season episode 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Remember
where
when they had the
Vancouver.
fist, what they had the fisticuffs with those airmen?
Yeah, and that I thought that one was fine. I thought that one was kind of like they were just kind of playing around. This one seemed a little more like upper class comments versus lower class comments, but I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't like that scene.
Hmm.
Looks like Venice.
Isn't it nice? Mhm.
Really? That's interesting.
At that
France.
time, I guess.
Yeah, France was giving degrees to women in Napoleon's day.
Hmm.
Yeah, the French were way ahead of the British in that regard.
She's a very good actress. She's very interesting, this lady.
Yeah, I have to watch it again when I have the sound on. But yeah, I'll
I
take your word
really
for
like
it.
her. She is exactly what I imagine, let's say a British woman who's in the military at that time would be like. And guys, don't forget to join the Burnettwork for as little as 99 cents a month. For 99 cents, you can join our member only calls on Saturdays, every other Saturday, and become a PGS member. Guys, you get a chance to speak to Robert. It's fantastic. Check it out and subscribe.
So basically, the crust was the British didn't think that the British military should be subordinated to a foreign officer on their own soil.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But it's somewhat ironic, though, that they would say that because there were many instances in their history where their expeditionary force would go to another country, and that country's entire military would be subordinated to that British general. So this has happened before many times, and the British were usually the ones who were in charge. This is the first time it's ever happened to them.
And John says I thought that the fraternization between what do you mean fraternization? You mean the tension, or do you mean the tension, right? I wasn't quite sure what you meant by fraternization.
Yeah, I just call it Mmmm.
Oh, John. I did get a sense that she was eyeballing him while he was standing in front of a mirror with maybe barely any clothes on. Yeah. She didn't knock on the door, or she knew he was a man when she entered that room. She knew she had a male roommate.
Well, that's why she asked Tracy or Gable.
Yeah. And that's what I thought Vixter and they've made a whole series about Bletchley. I thought she was from Bletchley as well. That's why she didn't talk about what she did. It would be great, I think after this is all said and done, they'll tell us who she was. Um, yeah, that would be great to know if that ever happened, Gable. Um, it's all fun. Yeah. Yes, I know, right? Isn't it fun? Did you guys watch the Bletchley Circle? I have watched it a lot of times. And it was featured in other
Yeah, I
movies
don't.
too. But I
Yeah, I don't
liked
remember
that
if I
series.
saw that or not.
Yeah, you
I don't
like it,
remember.
Plato. It's like they make it seem like a murder mystery almost in a lot of times, because the series is after they've retired from Bletchley, and then they meet up with one another and then they solve crimes, murder mysteries. It's really great. It's so much fun. Um,
The
oh
Enigma
wow, aren't
machine?
you lucky? I'm sorry.
About the Enigma machine?
Well, they talk. I don't know about that part. What I was gonna say is that, in the Bletchley Circle television series, the series takes place after they've left the military.
Okay.
So, you know, I don't know. John might be talking about something else. Maybe they were involved in part of that. I'm not sure. Um, but it's fun to talk about, isn't it? Vixter 5001 says he's been there. Wow, that is so great. Yeah, as I said, John, it's after they've left the military and now they're civilians, and the ladies get together. Oh, you watched it, Major Chacha. What do you think of it? I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, they're talking about Gene Krupa.
Mhm.
And that's one of the three greatest drummers of all time, right there.
Yeah, I've seen that movie. I liked The Imitation Game. Did you see it, Darth Plato?
I've not. Is that? Well, I might have. I just don't remember. Sometimes I
That
don't
one
remember the
is
movie
about the
titles.
Enigma machine. Yeah. Yeah, this part
Like
might be considered fraternization. What do you think, Darth Plato?
I think it's fine. I'm not sure it's the right word to use. I have to think about that. I hope it doesn't lead anywhere. I just want them to talk. But
Hmm.
he is married.
Yes, and she might be married. So both of them might just be on duty, but away from home.
Yeah.
But they're sharing a space. Normally, they wouldn't be bunked together. Not that they're in the same room, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm still skeptical of that.
I wonder if she evaluates soldiers or something. You know, I know it's kind of far fetched, but
She works Sears Intel.
mhm.
They already said it.
Yeah, I liked the British versions too. I liked how they were in London and rather than the San Francisco part that they had. I think it was San Francisco. Could be wrong if I remember my details correctly, but yes, I did prefer the UK seasons better as well. You know, Darth Plato, I'm wondering, is he there? And correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like I missed a little part of this. Is he there because of the extreme loss of life from the last mission?
Yeah. They're
Okay. She may be
there's
there for the same reason.
I don't know.
Well, why do they send people to this
Well, she's
location?
not, I don't know why they sent her there because she's not from a combat unit. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying
but
to say.
even if it wasn't combat, there still might have been she might have had an experience where a lot of people died. And this is something, you know, that does happen. It could have been a bombing or something like that. And, you know, she might be a very valuable member of the team, but they might have ordered her to go there and say, you need to take some time off.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah. Well, he's saying she's there for the conference. Okay, so wait a minute. It's not just respite, it's a conference. So this is I'm a little confused. I feel like I'm confused by this. Cuz the other guy is there for a respite thing. He's probably at a different location for respite. This guy might be here specifically for a conference. I'm not sure. I have no idea what's going on now.
That's Crosby. He's there for the rest of.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the navigator who got promoted and he wasn't flying anymore.
right. Okay, so one person is saying that this is not the R&R place. This is a conference. It's two different places.
Well, that's definitely him. That's definitely Crosby.
Okay.
They just talked about Bubbles.
Oh,
Remember
they're both there? You
yeah,
guys
from last week he read the letter.
you guys are killing me. You know, this is very interesting regardless of not knowing all the details, and I admit I don't know all the details.
He was there
Rosie
for the
at the
rest.
R&R place. Okay.
Why would they send him? Why would they send him to a conference?
I
Oh
don't
boy,
know.
Hausmann, Herr Hausmann, Dinah Papirin,
Thanks,
Louis
guys, for
Minus Staffagen.
thanks,
Sorry.
guys, in the chat for everything too. We appreciate it. And
Yeah.
He looks like hell, and they're giving him a drink.
Yeah, I guess nothing wrong with taking a drink.
He's like, I don't know that one. You know, this guy can memorize anything in a second. This guy who's interrogating him.
Well, I sure hope he doesn't say anything beyond his serial number.
Yeah, I love it. Did you hear what he just? I'm gonna add it to the report. This guy is thorough. Goodness gracious.
Oh, he has to be in that job.
He's so smug. He probably knows this guy's social security number if they had them back then, which I guess they did.
Yeah,
Ever
that came out in the 30s.
yeah, ever since the what's that guy's name?
Came from FDR. Yeah,
Yeah, I can never remember his name. Um,
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
yeah.
You're kind of missing the point there, guy.
I always get him mixed up with Teddy Roosevelt for some odd reason. So weird. They were nothing like one another.
No, they weren't. They were cousins, though.
This man is a genius, and he's
Yeah,
interrogating him, and he
the
knows all
very
the answers.
this is a tell. This is the very fact that he's asking about the World Series is a tell.
Hmm.
He's trying to get him to say, "Yeah, man, I'm a Yankees fan, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's going on?" That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is, look, you work for the H man.
He's asking about another pilot? Was?
Yeah, this is all staged. Why would they? Don't let him get under your skin. This is complete BS. What he's doing.
He's very good.
Oh, this. Oh man. Just a serial number, dude. Nothing else. There you go. There you go. I doubt that.
Why?
Whoa, there you go. That's what he wants to know.
He wants to know how many planes are going to be sent out to bomb them. It's a valid question.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, that.
He doesn't have the answer. He's not there. He doesn't have a cell phone. He can check on
Yeah, he
that.
slipped. Yes, he's getting frustrated because he can't get this guy to talk, and he let that question slip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he slipped there when he asked that question.
He's like,
But
I'm so
he
out of
was,
it,
yeah,
bro.
but this Egan wasn't going to say anything anyway.
No,
But
no, he wasn't.
he handled that very well. I'm sure he wants to know what happened in the World Series, but he doesn't want to hear it from that guy.
No, I wouldn't want to know anything from that guy because everything could be a lie. So,
I don't even want to know what time it is from that guy. For your loveness.
definitely Americans.
I was like, you're going to get beat up? Oh, they're taking everybody.
Oh, no.
Well, I thought they were already at a Luftwaffe base.
I have no idea where these guys are. I thought we saw something like that.
Well,
Maybe he was brought there and taken away.
yeah, no,
I don't
yeah,
know. It's so weird.
yeah, POWs were always taken to Luftwaffe camps.
Uh-huh.
That's why they were. Yeah,
Well, now they're being put onto a cattle car, and we know what those were used for.
they were. Well, they're probably taken into the POW camp. Another.
Oh, no.
You see what that is?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's the cruelest joke that the devil ever pulled is taking the most God-fearing country in Europe and making them the author of the Holocaust.
Oh,
Ah, yeah, that guy should have just stayed cool. They're gonna put the guy's body into the car. Okay.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I heard about they did stuff like that in the French Revolution too.
That was very hard to watch. It made such a big point. That really was very hard to watch.
Well, you know what? They wouldn't have known what that was because that wasn't widely known. The Holocaust was not widely known.
But at that point, if you're seeing people inside the cars like that with their arms stretched out,
Yeah, it would have been hard to see, but they wouldn't have understood what they were looking at. Like what's going on here?
hmm. Well, these guys are spending a lot of time together.
Yeah, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Clone doesn't lead in there.
It is a beautiful town.
Yeah, I really didn't want to live in England though.
house party.
Yeah, some things never change.
Yeah.
This might be a real person. I have to look that up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the sound on for this. That was really good.
Oh no.
Now you got more guys yelling at you. Schneller, schneller. Het komen. Kom met me.
Well, they broke night.
Yeah, it was a wonderful song. Yeah, they're roommates.
That's funny.
I'm sure they had their swing clubs.
Yeah, she's a fantastic actress. I really enjoyed that character. If you get the book, Tom, let us know what it's like. Hey, Luminara, queen of Figure Flex Friday. How are you, Luminara? I hope you are well. I'm so excited about you looking at female pop icons. Can't wait to see what other pop icons that you're going to be looking at, Luminara. Hope you are well tonight.
How you doing, Lebanon? It's like a form of therapy.
Yeah.
It's a nice scene. G for George.
Thank you so much. Tom Jr. Jackson says Masters of the Air, written by Donald Miller, in case anyone wants to look for it.
That's very funny. And nomine Pater Filii et Spiritus Sancti. That's what you say. Where is this? Like they're back at their base.
Yeah.
Oh, quite the route they had on board there. They're going east. It looks like we're going east to Denmark. Maybe they're going to go bomb the Turpits or something.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful shot right there.
It is, yeah. Back to work. Yeah, I have to watch. I have to watch it again. I think I confused some of those scenes between Rosenthal and Crosby, so I have to watch that again. We're coming to the end. Only 3 more episodes.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Jerry, by the way, is another way of saying German.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Yeah, it's,
What?
it's
They're
this
they're
this is a
other pilots.
this is a
Those are other
Luftwaffe camp.
pilots.
Hmm?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't see any civilians.
It's a POW camp. It's a
Oh,
Luftwaffe
thank
base.
goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Darth Plato.
Reunited. What took you so long there, right?
Oh my gosh. I totally thinking about Hogan's Heroes, Johnson. Oh my goodness.
Just to be clear, prisoners of war were not sent to concentration camps.
It says Luftwaffe controlled Stalag Luft 3.
Yeah. POWs were always sent to Luftwaffe camps.
Oh my gosh. Well, we don't know what's going to happen with each person because this is a story. So I'm just glad that he's alive, and we get to see them at this point.
Yeah, I'm glad that they got the research on that correct. Whoa, it's like the dogs on them.
Yeah, this is like Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, I never watched that show. I can't. I don't relate.
Oh, me too, John. Me too as well. That and MASH. Those are the two that we saw on a regular basis. Well, this was a very interesting episode, Darth Plato. Was it what you expected?
I don't know if it was what I expected, but it was a good episode. I didn't like the that one scene where they were kind of being a holes to each other.
Yeah,
That was the only thing I didn't like.
it was a bit confusing, and it
Yeah, I'll
might.
have to watch it again. Yeah, I'll have to watch it again because I may have mixed up some scenes like this is Rosenthal, this is Crosby. Oh wait, which was it? Yeah, I have to watch it again.
Yeah, and John, that's what I was kind of alluding to, is that I know they got there, but we just don't know the outcome, right? Um, Only God knows how everybody's getting to where they end up, and it is a mystery. I don't know if they're following everything to the letter, either from history or even from the book. This might take a different turn from both. So I'm really curious as to how it's going to turn out, right? Yeah, and Stalag 17 is very famous, of course, with William Holden. Um, Something to think about. Darth Plato, I enjoyed this episode. I
Interesting.
was very surprised at, like as I said, I guess we have 3 episodes left, 7, 8, and 9, because it's 9 episodes. And I wonder what we're gonna see in the next episode. Of course, we already know we're gonna see a lot of stuff from the prison. We're gonna see a whole bunch of that. We're gonna see another air assault. Um, yeah, it's
It kind of made me wonder though, what was the whole point of the train scene in episode 4? What was the whole point about all the stuff with Quinn? It seemed like they completely balked away from that.
maybe we'll see. Maybe his story is done. Maybe he didn't make it. Oh gosh. Maybe he did make it back and he flies again. I don't know, but yeah, I hope they conclude his story. I hope that's not left hanging.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Why why show any of that if they're not going to continue it?
yeah, and thank you, John. I agree. I wish they would give us a season 2, because it seems like it's hard to fit. I don't know whether it's because it's actions in the air, or
It's it's
whatever it
it's
is.
it's all it's all one and done. It's the same way Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers was conceived as a one and done, and the same people who made Band of Brothers, the same producers, I mean, the people that are driving this thing, the same people who did Pacific, and the same people who are doing this series, and so they're all pretty much doing the same formula. They're all one and done.
Yeah, and I kind of wish they would give us a season 2, John Cipolla, because it is kind of hard to compress everything into these 9 episodes. I have a feeling there's a lot more that's been that they could tell and do. And obviously, in the trailers, you said, Darth Plato, there's a lot that we haven't seen yet. So,
Well, it's still 1943, for goodness sake. D-Day hasn't even taken place.
that's
The
right.
turn, yeah, the turning point of the war doesn't occur until that point, and I'm talking about the air war now. The reason why air combat is so lethal is because they don't have fighter protection. Once D-Day takes place and you have the Allies in France, they can use French airfields. It becomes a lot easier after that.
And I think even looking at the notion of how many episodes are left and what they are going to focus on, because it doesn't necessarily leave very much time for a lot of things that we might expect or think would be focused on. I'm really curious as to how the next few episodes are going to play out. I mean,
Yeah,
I guess they'll be in the Stalag to the end of the war, and that still leaves a whole bunch of other pilots, Darth Plato, who have to take over now.
yeah. Well,
So
they're definitely gonna the two Buckies are main characters for sure. So they're definitely going to show that story. They're definitely going to show Crosby's story, and they're definitely going to show Rosenthal's story. I think everything else is just cameo. Like when they do the red-tailed hawks, that's just going to be a one and done. They're going to show them, and then that'll be it. It'll be interesting to see how they handle that stuff because there were people in those days that were kind of you know arm's length about mixing races. That was a thing in those days.
And so let's see how it goes. I want to thank everybody for being here.
I
Uh,
want to say one more thing.
yeah.
So when they're talking about the British did nighttime bombing and the Americans did daytime bombing, okay, the primary reason why that was, aside from the obvious reasons that one might think of, the British had limited personnel, limited resources. So you only have so much resources to solve a problem. Here's the problem. What resources do we need to arrest this problem? Okay, write it out. Okay, give me the slip. Okay, they're reading it. Okay, this is going to be a problem. We're going to be here all night, putting our heads together, figuring out how we're going to do this. That's how the British are doing things. The way the Americans do things, they have a problem. Okay, what do we need to solve this problem? What resources do we need? Write it all out. Okay, give me the slip. They open it up, then they close it again. No problem. That's how they deal with things. It's not an issue for the Americans. They just throw resources at you. The British didn't have that luxury that they have to do nighttime bombing. They have no choice. The Americans uh, just throw resources. Yeah, we'll build more planes. Here, come on, we'll just build more planes. We'll send more pilots. Plenty more where that came from. That's kind of where their attitude is. It sucks, but that really is why that happened.
And I think in regards to how they showed certain things in this episode, again, for the production team, showing some incredible scenes with incredible care and incredible recreations of some very traumatic things that we know a lot more about today than they did at that moment when it happened there with the soldiers in the cattle cars themselves. I also was very impressed with even just the scene where he is running for his life. He runs for
Mhm.
his life and then gets caught, and then he has to run again. When he's in the village, that village scene was terrifying. Seeing all the buildings on fire, I think they did such a beautiful job. It looked very real, you know, incredibly realistic looking. And then, of course, as I said, in the woods, nobody gets buried in the woods unless you don't want anyone to know where they are. So we saw that, and that also was done so well. Really
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
yeah,
And
and yeah. In case anyone's wondering, why would they care about American being where they were buried? Um, the Third Reich government was very mindful of public appearances because they wanted to put up a good image to neutral countries. So they were kind of strict about stuff like that. Yes. As remarkable as that might seem.
and anybody who's shoots somebody and murders somebody now is also very strict about not getting caught. So maybe burying a body in the woods might be something they would do too. Um, Another kind of really interesting part was when they got that interrogation scene, and boy, that felt very real. That young actor really was trying to look unintimidating. He was the most one of the most dangerous people there, a genius, knowing how to speak to, officers and anybody to try to coax them to tell him information. Even with everything he knows, he wants to be able to control that situation.
Yeah,
I
I
loved
have
how he
one
just
problem with
walks
that scene.
out to I loved how he just walks out of the interrogation. It's like knocks the door. Yep, I'm not talking. Let's go.
Yep,
Bring me,
that's true.
bring me to the bad guys.
That's true. The guy. I have to watch that scene again, but he does look like a good actor.
Yeah,
The one problem I have with that scene is, and anyone that's seen the movie Heart's War will probably know this because they made an issue of it in Heart's War.
Clint Eastwood.
Hmm?
Clint
Bruce
Eastwood.
Willis.
Oh,
Yeah, Bruce Willis was in Heart's War. Um, they don't just question you once. There's like tiers of interrogators. They start you off with the low end guy, and if you and then they pass you up to guys who are more experienced about how to deal with these sort of things. So he wouldn't have been interviewed just once.
We don't know if he was not interviewed more than once.
That's true.
But
That's true.
what I can say is for what they showed, it felt very intimidating and he was very smooth. And I liked his, smug smugness and trying to threaten him with, well, these Gestapo guys aren't as they don't think the same way we do. Like it was good. It was very good acting, very good getting the point across.
He wasn't Gestapo though. That wasn't the Gestapo uniform.
No, he was telling him that the other Gestapo
Oh, that's
interrogators
okay.
um don't think like he does
Yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah,
that
yeah.
other guy. And I thought when you try to get a point across to an audience who they don't know anything about the Gestapo
That's true.
or secret intelligence or anything like that, but this one really was very interesting when he offers him the whiskey. I almost thought, is there a drug in the whiskey? That's the first thing I thought. And
That's true.
like I almost wondered, it's like, is there a sedative in that? Is there like some truth there? There's all sorts of things going through my mind. And I'm like, they really are making you think in the specific segments that they're showing you because they can't show us enough. It's almost
They're,
as if we need to see more, but we can't because they only have 9,
I know.
episodes. And, someone says that, drinking will help you loosen your tongue. For some people who drink, do tend to speak more. I know they say water makes you quiet, but beer makes you, makes the everything flow. But I just loved it. I thought the setup of it and the mystery about where he was going.
Okay.
I didn't know where he was going. Let's say for the sake of the show, I didn't know where he was going, but according to where most of these guys went, there was a place. But it was still very scary, and I think that they got their point across how dangerous the danger
Yes,
that they had to face, being behind enemy lines, but the reuniting, and it felt so good
it
that
was.
united. It was just, I think that was a nice height. I was not expecting that, Darth Plato. I thought they were never going to see each other again. I thought we were never going to see those guys.
Yeah, better to be a POW than dead. That's true.
Did
But
you think?
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. Did you think we were going to see them again?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I was waiting for it to happen. As soon as last week's episode ended, I knew that's where they were going. That they were going back to.
Okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I just wanted to call attention to okay. So you had the interrogation scene. I want you to contrast that scene with another movie that we saw some months back with Killian Murphy, Anthropoid.
Anthropoid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that was a Gestapo interrogation. Those guys are not known for their subtlety. This guy in this episode, that guy was pretty smooth. I knew what he was trying to do. And I wasn't going to go along with it, and I'm glad he didn't go along with it. But he was a pretty smooth guy. The 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 Gestapo don't mess around with stuff like that. There's an old joke from the Second World War about the Gestapo. So you're at the Dutch border, and a bunch of rabbits approach the border gate, and they say, "Help us! The Gestapo are rounding up all the giraffes." And the guard says, "But you're not giraffes, you're rabbits." Well, tell that to the Gestapo. In other words, they're not subtle.
Exactly. And it's a good point. And so, I mean, in regards to the number of things they had to depict in this episode, it was a lot. One thing that we didn't get any flying.
Yeah, we did. That's okay. I don't mind that.
So this was a little different episode.
It is, but I was okay with that.
Mhm.
It
And
doesn't have to be flying beginning to end.
and certainly we're wondering who that lady, was, where she was from, and we're speculating about where, where she possibly worked because she's in uniform. So obviously she's in the military there. But just a lot of amazing things to think about in this episode, but also a lot of unanswered questions. Um, Darth Plato, thank you for joining me today to
Thanks
review
for
this
having me.
episode. um, where can people find you?
You can find me right here on the Positive Fandom.
Absolutely. And guys, you can find me on Positive Fandom as well. Of course, we're streaming on the Burnettwork at the same time here. You can find both Darth Plato and I on Positive Fandom on the Burnettwork. And guys, you can find me on Roman Empire Matters. I want to thank Tom Jr. Jackson, a moderator, collaborator, and good friend, for being here as always. And everybody in the chat, thank you so much for the support. Certainly enjoyed this. And guys, we're going to be here till the end of the series. So thank you so much for being here. And guys, remember, no matter where you are in the galaxy, always remember to please be kind. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for coming.